All right, hello and welcome everyone to the long lost but not forgotten astrological breakdown. My name's Brandon Tobias. It's great to have you here on this channel. As always, if you're new to me, this channel is all about channeling astrology and tarot and other helpful insights that I get as a spiritual coach and mentor to help empower you, the collective, to find your highest purpose, healing, and love in this lifetime. They all go together. Love is the catalyst for a divine purpose, and that's why I believe we, this collective, you watching, are here to help spark that within the masses. Today we're going to be talking about the astrology specifically. You can see here I have the astrology. I'm an astrologer. Just trust me on that. We have an astrology chart, and the point of today's video is to give you the clarity, the empowerment, the love, okay, the inspiration you need today. Is very important today. We'll talk about why in a second here. Okay, think of this as your astrological forecast for the current energies right now that you can be facing right now in this moment, but also moving forward into the coming weeks and potentially even months. So you know and can come back to this video when you have certain things come up that are in relation to the clarity you're going to find out today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so Sun and Pisces with Neptune next to it, about 10 degrees roughly away from an asteroid we call Lilith, with Cupido, Saturn, and we've also got Venus all in Pisces. Okay, what does this mean? Pisces is the sign that's going to allow us as a collective right now, you watching, to be extra introspective and to really suss out any karma with Saturn here that we need to do, finish, or accomplish in real life, real practical life, through this internal reflection and introspection. It's an amazing time in some to sit down with yourself, think about, feel into, meditate, close your eyes, journal, okay, go into the inner depths of your subconscious mind, your heart, your soul, in order to come up with the rational, practical action plan of what you need to do and what you need to be and what you need to accomplish right now, okay, for your life in a very modern, practical, real life, physical way. Okay, Saturn here is ruling your karma. And with Venus here and Cupido, it's talking about, and Pisces, it's talking about where is it you need to kind of shore up, okay, shore up your life in a way that provides security, emotionally as well as physically, for your sustainability, okay, for yourself and others, now and for the long term, okay? Meaning, what is it you can do, be, or act towards now through reflection and introspection that can be genuinely helpful in a practical way for you so that you can have long-term sustainability in your business, your career, and or your current or future relationship, okay? So Saturn here in Pisces is asking us to go deep into blockages, also with Lilith here and Cupido, okay, could be blockages we may have about our own self and our own self-image when it relates to that, like that getting in the way of, okay, us taking action towards things we need to do or be responsible about. For example, right, we might think to ourselves that, well, I am not the type of person to focus on that type of work. I'm the type of person that likes to focus on this type of work or action, okay? Therefore, that other type of work is not necessary for me because I'm not that type of person, right? Can you see how the identity of our self-image might get in the way of us looking at or doing certain types of actions or work that might very well be involved in our karma? Okay, so one recommendation is to look at any area where your self-image might get in the way of certain work needing to be done because of a predetermined identity set by you or others around you about yourself, about the types of work that you are or should be most focused on. Okay, now Sun and Venus, Sun and Pisces with Neptune here, okay, gives this a very great opportunity. Like the timing of this video couldn't be better. It just came to me today to do this, right? Sun and Neptune, okay, intuitively, because it gives us the best opportunity to see ourselves internally the clearest, to get a lot of inner clarity and a lot of inner truth, okay, about where we stand in our own life, practically speaking, as well as emotionally and spiritually. If you, right, are watching this, or we generally speaking are in a place in our life where something needs to be changed, like, excuse me, something isn't working out or something isn't sustainable for you in your life moving forward, it's going to be shown to you, okay? It's going to be revealed to you. It's going to be like, hey, there's this thing you need to do that you're not doing that is that's needing to be done for your own sustainability. I'm laughing as all the things that I need to do for my own life popping up, right? One of which is like working out physically. I've definitely been slacking on that, so I need to get to that. Thanks, Saturn. Okay, so those things will be made available through the introspection, through the reflection, through the signs of the universe. So just be open to them, okay? And know that anything that pops up for you that's kind of an alert at this time is telling you that needs to be covered, right? That base needs to be covered, even if it seems like it's not important at this moment. Okay, if it keeps popping up, it definitely is. The other thing is we have an angel number at this moment in time, right? I always take angel numbers as a sign, 1212, okay? And 1212 for me is a very much a self/independent/ what is your independent personal karma that you need to do, work on, or fulfill in order to be part of a greater whole, okay? 1212 is obviously, it's a matching angel number, okay? But there are two different parts that make up the whole, 1 and 2 coming together to make 1212, okay? Meaning that if you feel like you are part of the greater whole, right? Or maybe you're in a relationship situation, you feel like you're the other half of someone, don't have to be, but just saying that's a possibility, okay? This is very much a time about your independent ability to work on your stuff so that you can become an even more perfect match for the greater whole, the greater good. And if you don't resonate with a relationship or anything like that, then for the world, generally speaking. Now, another good kind of denoter of this truth that's being channeled right now is that you can see here, Venus and Mars, okay? So the planets that represent the feminine and the masculine respectively are close, but fully separated by a full sign here, okay? It's like this Mars is over here, 27 degrees Aquarius, okay? This masculine energy, generally speaking, within yourself and within society in all sorts of ways. And this feminine energy is here in 9 degrees, right? The first third of Pisces, okay? So this feminine energy, our feminine energy and the feminine collective, generally speaking, is in a place where, even more of rest, introspection, reflection, meditation, emotional or inner or spiritual work is really, really going to be positive and beneficial. If you do or are in a true love situation and you're connected with another person, for you feminines, okay, your inner work here, everything just shifted. Because the time just shifted. How crazy is that? Your inner work will help shift a lot of everything for the world, for other people. If you're connected with the masculine energy, your masculine energy, okay? So this is the feminine energies, okay? Venus's work and introspection in Pisces that helps the masculine energy, we can say, come through with or realize his outer work or his karma to do within the world and society, okay? Now, speaking of the masculine energy, let's talk about that for a second. Mars in Aquarius here, 27 degrees. So the masculine energy, right? You can see here, feminine and masculine energy is kind of separated. So they're kind of doing their own thing right now. But masculine energy is all about how can I make the world a better place? And also more so, where do I fit in with the rest of the world? Where can I personally find a real life impact, okay, in the world that we live in today? So the masculine energy or the masculine part of you, if you whatever you resonate with, is looking for your purpose, okay? Looking for what place do I fit in where I can make the greatest impact for the society I live in and the world moving forward. And the masculine energy is not within you or others, or your masculine, generally speaking, is not going to feel fulfilled within themselves unless they find that and unless they are able to feel comfortable taking action within that. And again, what this is showing is, for the feminines out there, your inner work will help facilitate that process for the masculine energy, generally speaking. Okay? So, yeah, take that however it resonates for you. We could be talking about your inner masculine and your inner feminine, or if you are in like a twin soul situation, your masculine and your feminine. Okay, so take it as it resonates. But that's kind of the status of what's going on overall, generally speaking, in the collective. Now, we have North Node. Shifting gears here for a second. North Node here. So I'm going to talk about where the general direction of everyone, society, is going right now. North Node is in Aries with Mercury here. Chiron, okay, in Aries. I feel like every time I read astrology, Chiron is always in Aries. I don't know why that is. You go watch my last videos. I feel like Chiron is also in Aries. So MC, okay, so the midheaven, collective midheaven, not that that's hugely important in this reading, but collective midheaven, conjunct Chiron, conjunct Mercury, conjunct North Node in Aries. Okay, so what does that mean? So what is Aries? Let's talk about Aries here for a second. North Node's also retrograde, by the way, as a side note. So let's talk about Aries here. So Aries is a cardinal masculine sign, okay? Cardinal masculine fire sign. So it's all about our internal energy of get up and go, be a pioneer, be a leader, lead others towards a common goal, okay? But really, most importantly, be the first one to shine a light for others, okay? That's Aries. That's Aries' work, right? Is to be the one bold enough to initiate something towards a new direction, or towards a direction that maybe others haven't found yet, or others have been or are unwilling to go. Okay. So all of our work, and if you're watching this, your work is to right now be focused on not following a direction per se that others are already doing. That energy feels so old, right? It feels so bland, that kind of energy where it's like, oh, I find a role model and I do what they do and I'm successful. It's like that may be used to work, and I've definitely followed that, pattern before, and it's helped me become who I am today, but not anymore. You may have trouble right now identifying and finding a role model that's suitable for you, where you're like, yeah, that person is like exactly who I want to be, and they're exactly like, you may find different role models, but they're like, yeah, I like some aspects of that person, but I don't like that aspect, or I would do it this way, or my flair would be different, right? And it's like, that's happening because you are, and we all are right now, looking to pioneer something new in our lives, whatever that may be. A new way of relationships, a new way of business, a new way of career, a new way of being in your career and relationships or business, right? Or life or family life. Like, look at and study within yourself where it is your soul wants to create something new or be the first to do something in a certain way for society, and you're guaranteed to find success there, okay? Because when you lead in this direction and you are bold enough to step into the collective Aries energy, right? North Node Aries energy here, okay? And speak that out, right? Or intellectually understand and speak that out boldly with Mercury here in Aries next to the North Node, others will follow you, okay? And you will be able to inspire others, not to copy you, but to follow in a similar path. And really, that's the best thing, that's the most useful thing each and every one of us can do right now. We're all facing some direction or some obstacle right now, I believe and I feel, where our path is new and it's very uncertain, and there's a lot of people out there that it's scary, right? It's scary to boldly initiate a new path or speak a new truth or speak things or do things that are different than the common status, right? The status quo. But each and every single one of us, and you watching, likely have something that you're looking to pioneer, something you're looking to bring to the world in a new way, shape, or form. Or maybe you have a belief or a perspective about the world that is new and is different and is going to go against the grain of what other people are saying or thinking, or you think that they want you to say right now. It's like, that is so last year. It's like, so 2021, 2022, right? It's like, now is the time where you yourself, you are the one, right? That is meant to do, be, say something different than the rest of the people around you. And believe it or not, if you do that with enough love and enough conviction and enough belief, right, and solidity and certainty within it for yourself, other people are going to follow you. Okay? Other people are looking for a path, looking for a role model, looking for a leader, looking for examples for them to create their own path. So choose to be that for others as opposed to letting others do that for you if you feel ready and you feel that calling inside. Wink, wink. All right, let's continue on to end with the astrology. So Chiron's here. So if this is hitting a little bit of a nerve for you and it's like, that's a little scary for me, right? Because I'm not really sure what others are going to think of me. I don't know what's going to happen if I say some weird, crazy stuff, right? People are going to disapprove. It's like, yeah, yes, you are. They are. Okay. That there lies the collective societal Chiron wound, right? In Aries here with Mercury and North Node, which is like, we got to stop with the whole, hey, social media poisoning what we feel we're allowed to say or not say, or the opposite, which is we say what we think and then we try to destroy others who disagree with us, right? That is so stupid. That is literally the opposite of what you want in a progressing, growth-oriented society. Like, societies who die are the ones who stifle conversations, free speech, debate. Okay? Think about everything that's going on in politics. I'm not going to get into politics, I promise, but the common theme tends to be towards suppressing and muting, right? Rather than allowing fully free speech debate, okay? I'm very curious if we're going to have any debates this year for the presidential election. I'd be very surprised if we are going to have one, and that would be quite a sight to see. I'm not going to say any names, okay? But I'm just saying, right? This is what it is. It's like there's a suppression on speech, being okay with saying what you think, and not having people hate you for it, right? Or think you're the worst, or think you're hurting them for doing that, right? So, a growth-oriented, progressive, good, like strong society is one that welcomes opinions and loves different opinions and viewpoints and is okay having that, a banter, a conversation, a debate about these things so that, we can all formulate a better opinion on subjects, right? Very controversial subjects. One of the things we wonder about today is, and that I hear a lot, is why there's so much controversy. Like it seems like today in the news, it's just so like there's so many things that are super polarizing, right? Where it's like there's never been so many subjects and things that are like so intense and so polarizing. It's like, no, believe me, there's always been these types of extremely polarizing, heavily publicized subjects or people disagree. But the difference today versus any time in the past is we were allowed to talk about these things in the past. We were allowed to voice our opinions. We were allowed to share, everyone's different sides and not feel bad about it or alienated because of it. In fact, debates were encouraged. Whereas these days, it's like, if you're not expressing the viewpoint of what someone else wants you to say, you're instantly an enemy. You're instantly a demon, right? And it doesn't matter. I'm not saying any side in particular. I'm saying either side, right? Of the collective, of your viewpoint, of your opinion. This is not a Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal thing at all. It's both sides are like so restrictive with what the other thinks and what the other wants to say. And there's no love involved in it. And so when that happens, we can't, as a collective, as a society, as a world, come together to formulate like a balanced opinion about these things, or a rational opinion, okay, or the best possible outcome about how things should go and how things should be in society. This human species was built to debate and come together and share different opinions to be stronger. No one side or no one person's ever going to be 100% right about things, ever. If anyone claims that they're 100% right about anything, including myself, they are wrong. Run away from them and tell them that you need to be humble enough to say, I'm wrong sometimes and I don't know everything, right? Anyways, there was some philosopher who said it's wiser to say you don't know everything than to say you do. Someone can please fill me in the comments because I clearly don't know. All right. So that's the general theme of what's going on with the North Node and my little rant about that. But my point with that is find empowerment with yourself by allowing yourself, give yourself permission to be the bold one enough to speak, say, be, and do the different thing that that may make others feel, maybe uncomfortable, right? Or maybe they're going to disagree with. But one thing that's very important to note really briefly too is that, just because you have a different opinion than someone else or you want to voice your opinion doesn't make you, and others feel bad because of that, doesn't make you a bad person, right? Unless you're specifically attacking someone or you're attacking a group of people and you're saying you're stupid and this group of people, like, don't do that. But if you're just voicing your opinion and your stance and your direction on something, okay, with love, right? With love and conviction, and others say that you're making them feel bad or oppressed, that is not right. That is toxic. That is oppression itself, because they themselves feel oppressed within their own self, okay, in some sort of way. Okay, we're not going to talk about that in this reading, but just so you know within yourself that that's nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the other people feeling offended, as long as you're not attacking people. And that's the whole theme of this, right? North Node, Mercury, Aries, Chiron. Let's heal the wound around being the first to express, okay, new opinions, new ideas. Okay, Mercury here in Aries with North Node that are here to revolutionize, pioneer, and change society for the good. Okay. Now, the reason I said in the beginning that this was an important day is because Moon here just moved into Leo. All right, and we have the collective ascendant. Okay. Conjunct the Moon here in Leo. Now Leo is ruled by the Sun. Okay, Sun is in Pisces with Neptune here. Okay, so the reason why this is an important day is because right now, part of what you may remember, we talked about introspection and coming up with the truth and what you need to do or be right now for yourself to have practical sustainability in your life moving forward, or finish out your karma, what you need to do. Part of that also is going to and can apply to your life mission, very broadly speaking, right? Like what it is that you're doing, realizing, becoming right now. Even if you're not doing anything, you're resting and reflecting as per, right, the guidance here that was said earlier. It's like that's part of what also others might need to hear from you. Okay, so think about what it is you've come up with for yourself as a solution or as something that is you realize you need to do more of or that's beneficial for you, and start to think about and feel, okay, where is it that I can actually also express this for others, for their empowerment, or that I can find more empowerment from doing those things in order to be able to share myself more with the world. Okay, so either way, this is bringing an element of, your need to be seen, your need to be honored, your need to be respected for your insights, for your like spiritual impact. Okay, your spiritual impact, your reflections. Okay, your work. And most importantly, I'm hearing the inner work, right? Your inner work. So this is where all of it can start to come out and be seen and flourish and really make a great impact on others. Because I want to point something out here. Okay, Moon's obviously Moon moves really fast. Obviously, it's going to be through the sign. But right now, it's opposing Pluto almost exactly at the time of this recording. Okay, and Pluto is conjunct here, the collective descendant. All right, so you may not realize it, but even if your inner work or your inner reflections or your realizations or what you journaled about, even if those seem insignificant, they're not. You allowing yourself to express those opinions or voice that or share that with others, even if it's just family or friends or on social media or whatever it is that comes from that genuine place, it's going to make an impact. And you're going to make waves in the world, right? Like you're gonna, I just see it with Pluto here, right? It's like you have the opportunity to be able to really shred through, okay, and make some really big impact, really big waves here for others, okay, if you choose to, if you want to, because what you may be realizing right now, or coming up with, or that's coming to you, it is what the world needs, right? It is what the world wants to see from you, okay? But if you don't give yourself a chance to share that because you think, oh, it's just for you, or, you know, it's not really important for others, or others won't think it's relevant, or other people won't like it, well, those people, everyone that's meant to see it from you or hear it from you will miss out on the impact you could have made on them. Okay. And that's this opposition here, right? Oppositions can be a little challenging sometimes because it's kind of this push and pull, Moon and Pluto, right? It's like, do I keep this within myself, right? Is this for me, or is this for the world, or how do I balance, okay, the deep self-oriented transformation with allowing that to be seen and heard, right, or respected by others? Okay, where do I draw that line or that balance here? Or the other question is this really something that's worthwhile to share, right? With Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius is really, it's asking those deep questions of, for society, is this insight I had worth it? Is this insight I had really what society needs, or what's like something that will be beneficial for society? And the answer is, for you, it depends. It depends. If that realization comes from a genuine place, then yes, it is. If it came from like your inner personal reflective work, and as you're like, whoa, that's a great insight, that's going to change my life immediately, like I got to share that, boom. If it comes from a place of like, oh, I think I need to be like voice my opinion just to voice my opinion, then probably not. It's going to probably backlash at you. Because Pluto don't mess around, okay? When it comes to that thing, Pluto and Aquarius, like you're going to get like intensity either way, right? So it's like if it comes from a place of ego or hatred, right, your opinion or insight, like you're going to get that instantly reflected, all that hate or that ego reflected back at you. So let's say, for instance, you and I don't recommend this, but you voice something that is, you know, ostracizing a certain group, or spewing a lot of ego or hatred, or like your one opinion has to be like this, everyone else is wrong, you're going to get the same ass intensity on the opposite end back at you very intensely, probably more intense than you gave it out. Just, you know, just for insight here, Pluto and Aquarius. So be mindful of what you share, but also know if you share something that is truly helpful and insightful and from your heart, that's going to be reflected back at you too. People will be genuinely grateful for you right now. They always will be, I'm sure, but right now you'll get that feedback most likely. You'll get that positive affirmation that, hey, what you shared was genuinely helpful. Thank you. Keep doing it. And I got a lot out of your share, your post, your opinion, etc., etc. Okay, let's start to close out now so we don't get too long. I want to talk about really quickly, you know, what to expect moving forward. And actually, to do that, I'm going to, you know, go ahead and look at where things are headed, what things are going to be doing here. Okay. So moving forward, obviously, so sun's at 29 degrees today. Right now, we're moving into, you know, end of March, early April. Okay, moving forward, generally speaking. So everything we talked about with the North Node, with Chiron here, that's going to be just that's going to be nothing but emphasized, okay, in the coming months. So out of everything that was shared and channeled and said in this video, I would take that one the most, like I would reflect on that point the most, right? Where you are striving to lead or change the world in a unique way that is not really following any role model or recipe, but it's uniquely your own. That's probably the most important thing of this video. The other things about, you know, so obviously as we move into April, okay, we're going to have, okay, Sun and Moon comes into Aries. We have North Node, Chiron, like we talked about. One thing we didn't talk about is Jupiter with Taurus. I'm sorry, Jupiter and Taurus with Uranus here as well. Okay. I want to talk about that really quickly because I feel that's significant. And yeah, that's what it is. So all these things we've shared, okay, to kind of sum everything up, they're going to have an impact, and they should have an impact, particularly with Jupiter in Taurus, okay, and Uranus in Taurus as well, next to Jupiter. The theme here should also have an impact for you on a material basis, okay? Money, finances, home, security, wealth, and prosperity. If they don't have that type of impact for you in some sort of way, if they're not related in that sort of way, and you are struggling in that area, that will probably most likely be an area of focus for you. Okay? Not that it's always a bad thing or ever a bad thing to work on your life and have these inner realizations and take time for yourself that is separate from money or finances, because, you know, sometimes they're not related, sometimes they are. But at this time, based on the astrology, right, based on the alignments literally of Jupiter, which is the planet of good fortune, wealth, good luck in Taurus, okay, which is all about our material security and money and wealth, okay, and having the good things in life, or at least having more than enough to be comfortable and happy. With Uranus here, okay, it's about, hey, all these things, all these realizations, reflections I'm having are great, and how can I apply those things to help aid or create more abundance, security, wealth, or money for my life and my livelihood, so I can aid myself in having more opportunities to be with myself or reflect on my life and actions, right? One example of this is, you know, if and when you take some time to really reflect and be with yourself and kind of have your realizations, Sun and Neptune, you know, and you're like, wow, this was great, I want more of this, but maybe you work 3 jobs and you don't have the time or energy to do more of that. Maybe it's like, hey, maybe I need to find ways to use my gifts, my talents, my abilities to create more freedom, time, and space for myself, so that I can be, I know, a better version of myself, or I can relax more, I can rest, right? So the point of this is, if you're watching this, God, the universe, the creator, right, whatever you believe in, that's part of that is money. Part of that is security. Part of that is having more than enough to meet your needs and provide the life for you that you really want to have. Now, everyone has a different way of receiving that, right? And you're going to have to find your own way of receiving that. But the point of this video here is that if those two things are disconnected, right, your spiritual reflections or realizations and your material needs and security, that there's a problem. Those two things are looking for you to be connected. Okay, it's all meant to come together. So my point here is, try to add that, try to connect the link and see what's missing. If you're, for example, a highly advanced spiritual practitioner, healer, artist, whatever it is you are, that's amazing, but you don't have any money. What's missing there? What's the missing link here? Okay. And how can we connect to those two worlds, to merge those two worlds together to, provide you the freedom, the money, the security to do more of what you love, to do more of provide your gift for the world, rather than be limited in doing that because, money or security is an issue. Okay. I hope today's video helped to bring out some points of reflection for you. I hope it was enjoyable and gave you some insights. I would love to keep doing these if you guys value them, you guys and gals value them, if you think that they're helpful, if you like them in conjunction with, or even instead of. I'm not going to say instead of, because I know, you on this channel, if you watch me for a while, you probably enjoy my tarot videos. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you found this helpful or insightful. And if you did, be sure to give it a like. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I do tarot and astrology for the collective, for the highest possible good in love and in life. Be sure to subscribe. Last thing I want to share is, if you've been wondering where I've been for the last 3 months, I've been creating something called the Ascension Academy. And it's basically my way of both creating, having more freedom to create these videos, while also providing on the back end for anyone who's interested the ways, the methodologies that I've used as a coach, professional spiritual coach for the last 5 years with all my clients on how to heal your core wounds and trauma, how to utilize tarot and astrology for your greatest empowerment, how to build a spiritual business, to do everything we just talked about, and how to activate your spiritual powers like psychic abilities and channeling and healing and all that sort of stuff. All of this at an affordable price, like one of the lowest, most affordable prices that I can come up with for all the value that I'm going to be giving. Okay. So essentially, that's what it is, Ascension Academy. Okay, so check it out. It's not available to join yet. It's in pre-launch, I've been calling it. So you guys can join, or you guys and gals can look at it, check out the modules, see if it's a good fit. You'll find it in the comments or description box below if that does interest you. Okay, check it out. Let me know what you think. The first 100 members to join this Ascension Academy will get a special founding member badge by their name. So if you watch this video, you're like one of the first to find out about that. So, you're welcome. Other people will probably be mad. But I will be announcing an upcoming live streams on this channel when it's officially open to join. So right now it's just available to check out and see. And I'm still kind of tweaking some things. But anyways, thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. Please leave your experience in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.